Maybe I'm crazy, but I'm what's wrong with the NFL. I'm sorry, I'm one of the things that's wrong with the NFL. Is that how you said it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm one of the things wrong with the NFL.
Shouts out Cole Beasley.
Yeah, shout out to Cole Beasley. We'll get to you later. Part of the things wrong with the NFL. Don't want to misquote him.
Right.
Maybe I'm crazy, maybe I'm crazy, maybe I'm not, maybe I'm not.
Welcome to the Maybe I'm Crazy podcast. I'm Joy Taylor. That's Brandon Newman.
I
Okay. What's your label today?
Oh, maybe I'm Coach Newman. You know
Why?
what I'm saying? I just feeling like I went to my
Yeah,
little
what is this?
My little sister's graduation, South Carolina State.
Oh, okay.
Shouts out to Sydney Sky. And
Yes, congratulations on your graduation.
I got all kinds of gear. I was actually supposed to give this to her. Learned a lot about South Carolina State, HBCU. Mm-hmm. Deacon Jones started his career off there.
Okay.
The legendary head slapper.
Yep.
I'm owning Deacon Jones head slapping into maybe I'm crazy like mindset. But anyways, yeah, I look like a coach.
You do look like a coach. It's the visor.
Yes.
That sets it off, because otherwise you just have a windbreaker on that's just making a lot of noise while we're doing a podcast.
Well, and there's that, you know.
It's so loud. It's the loudest jacket you could wear. Mm-hmm.
Can I respond in the jacket?
From the sounds of the jacket? Yeah. It's really amazing.
Anyways,
speaking of your
jackets, you got an old English shirt on?
Oh yeah, you know.
So we're both representing HBCUs.
Throw it back. It's about to be the summer. You know, Stoops in Oakland in the summer. Sipping a little old E. In a brown bag. We've graduated from that now. It's graduation time.
Yes.
Shout out to my niece Noelle. She graduated from Duquesne in Pittsburgh. So everybody's graduating. Graduations are the worst.
Yeah.
Like if you're a graduate, it's like the icing on the cake of your parents having to support you through college, that you also make them sit through a graduation. Because graduations are the bleeping worst. They're the longest things ever. And they can't figure out how to make them shorter. They just can't.
I don't even know if they're trying to be.
And why don't they serve alcohol at these things? I'm supposed to sit there for 4 hours, watch all these people. I don't know.
It was in South Carolina. It was in heat. They said no food, no water, no umbrellas. No umbrellas. But then the guy walked in with a pillow. I'm like, how? What?
Oh, he's smart.
How are things
That's a
getting
guy
in
who's
here?
had multiple people graduate from college in his family.
Yes.
That's a learned family. That's why he brought the pillow. Because it's the longest experience. Yes. Yes. So he's a learned fellow. Because graduations are the longest thing you'll... And you said it before, because mine says... Before we started today, because mine says I'm an anxiety sufferer. Because I'm having a lot of chest pains lately. And I'm going to just... associate that with my constant level of anxiety. I operate at there's a scale of like 1 being basically no anxiety to like 10 being heart attack. I operate at a steady 6 every day, and then it just kind of fluctuates like up or down depending on like if I'm asleep, or if like I'm having a panic attack. So I'm at like a 6 right now.
Have you reached out to your primary care physician
to tell them that I have anxiety?
Yeah.
I have a therapist. She knows I have anxiety. She's not prescribed anything for me yet. So we're just hoping that it just stays at a 6. Anyway, the point is, you were saying you were having an anxiety attack at your sister's graduation because you thought you were going to be there for the rest of your life.
I thought twice. That I was like, oh my gosh, this is life.
This is where you're gonna live. This is where you live now.
This is what I wear for the rest of life.
Right. And you were wearing a Rob Ryan-esque blazer, if you will. Shout out to Rob Ryan, who has incredible blazers that he are we going to call them blazers, or should we call them suit jackets?
I like unfitted
or
sheets.
Sport coat.
Like, tailored.
Can't fold a fitted sheet, actually.
What are you gonna do with that thing? Where do you put it?
How do they fold it in the first place?
We're starting.
Lots of questions. Anyway, if you didn't see Brandon's ridiculous sport coat, is what we'll call it.
Oh, everybody saw it. Got a lot of likes on that.
Yeah. It was strong. It was strong.
Thanks, sir.
You can check that out on Brandon's Instagram page at Newman Show 99. Moving right along, NBA playoffs. We mentioned Cole Beasley at the top. We're going to talk a little Becky Hammon, a little NBA coach talk today. NBA coach carousel. Wiz Khalifa got them gains. Some of those gains, bro.
Who knew?
Well, I think he's taken us through the process, so we kind of knew. But now we've seen the result, unlike Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Joe Flacco, you like that?
Yes.
Lamar Jackson, little shout out to Baltimore.
Yes, shouts out.
You can gamble everywhere in the country now.
Congrats.
Well, I mean, there's some other things that have to change still, but it's official federal level.
Mm-hmm.
And I hate gender reveals, and of course the Amigos cultural report later on. But let's start with the NBA playoffs. So LeBron decided he wasn't going to play Game 1.
Okay, that's. He looked a little out of sorts.
Today's Tuesday. They play tonight.
Yes.
So if you're listening to this not on Tuesday, this is going to be a little dated for you. But overall, I'm going to give my opinion of this series. It annoys me that LeBron takes game ones off. It bothers me.
He's figuring it out. He's learning.
I'm pretty sure the Cavaliers have a scouting department. I'm pretty sure of it.
It's different.
I'm pretty sure of it.
It's like I mean, you're not really a big Dragon Ball Z fan, but people will say
I'm
when
not.
Goku is fighting his villain, he lets them think that they're beating him, and he like takes all the hits and he's like, oh, now I know what their moves are. Come back.
Yeah,
game 2.
I understand the concept of feeling out your opponent.
Through Dragon Ball Z, yes.
Yes, Dragon.
You're welcome.
I
helped you understand.
Thank you for that.
Yes.
I'd be lost. Truly lost. He treats him like boxers treat round 1.
Yeah.
If you're not going out trying to knock someone out in round 1.
Right.
And like he's just bad. And the other Cavs are super bad. And they finished 4 from 26 from 3. And you can't have LeBron James being bad alongside other super bad players.
Yes.
You're going to get your ass kicked, which they did.
Well, it's like they see him being bad and they're like, well, I can't do it. Like if he's bad, you know what I mean? Like they elevate to...
Rodney Hood got some PT.
He did, and tried to tap himself out pretty early in the game. He's like, I can't do this no more.
I don't know what to make of the Cavs this year. I really don't know what to make of Kevin Love. I find him to be the oddest basketball player maybe of all time. I just simply don't understand him. I don't get him. He can't jump. He can't jump over a credit card. He's just impossible. From night to night, you have no idea what you're going to get from him. Watching Kevin Love play for the Cavaliers actually makes me feel bad for LeBron. It's not all the other guys. It's Kevin Love.
Right.
Because everyone crushed Chris Bosh in Miami and when LeBron was there.
Right.
And like there'd be times where I understand it. Like Chris tends to be like a little inconsistent.
And look like a dinosaur.
Right. But at least he played hard. Like even if he was not good at times, like he was still playing hard. I feel like Kevin Love doesn't know. He's like, oh, the game started?
Yeah. He's like,
what's this? Oh, it's a basketball. I was supposed to do what with this? And I just don't get it. And then the next night he's the highest scorer for the Cavs. I don't understand how that works.
I'm tired of thinking about him, to be honest with you. It's exhausting
but
thinking about Kevin Love.
He's supposed to be the second best player on the team.
Creating a take around Kevin Love is exhausting.
It
really is.
It is. I feel like
okay.
So you have like the noisy jacket. I feel like when I move on this leather, it sounds like I'm farting. Is that what's happening?
Yes, those are chairs that John Heller forced us into, and
I
can't fit in this chair.
I like these chairs though.
No.
They have a good look to them, but they're it's doing the squeaky leather thing. So I assure you, I'm not farting. I would claim it if I just ripped a fart right now. I'd be like, yeah, that was me. But it's not. So I just want to be sure that like this sound.
Yeah.
That sound?
No, it's
I don't even know if I can hear
it. It may be your jacket chair combo though too.
No, this is it. So you want to explain yourself with the fart chairs?
Let me start off by saying that no one cares that you can't fit in that chair, Brandon.
Okay.
I
Just
care,
so
Brandon.
you know.
My mom's
you're just saying that because
right now.
you're just saying that because the cameras are rolling. If the cameras are off, I don't think you'd carry their Joy.
Move on, POP.
Joy, do you not like them?
I do. I like the look of them. Yes. If Brandon's uncomfortable, we
Boom.
need to change them though. For the record.
Did you hear that from Joy Taylor's mouth? That's all we need from you today. Thank you so much.
I heard an if, but thank you so much.
Yeah. I mean, Brandon has to focus. He can't be focused on being uncomfortable in a chair. That's an easy fix. Anyway, so look,
LeBron.
the Cavs are still going to win this series. Everyone knows that. I don't like LeBron saying he has zero level of concern. It's the carryover from the stinky Raptors series, which we'll get to the Raptors later on too. I want Boston. I want to believe in my mind that Boston can take the Cavs down, but it's kind of one of those things where you ever think of something and you're like, I don't want to think about that too much because it may manifest into reality.
Right.
And,
that's what it is.
And when I think about it, I'm like, Boston could actually beat them.
And if
I
they
think
do,
that they could actually pull that off. If LeBron has like one more stinker, they could maybe actually do that. Because they ain't Toronto, and they're not the Pacers. So if they do that, we're not gonna see LeBron in the finals. I don't want to watch Boston and the Warriors in the finals.
No.
Ew.
No.
So I don't even want to think about that.
Smart by saying the Warriors, by the way, too.
Oh,
and this could have been any point
Listen,
in the year.
I want to make it perfectly clear.
Yes.
I have said that the Rockets don't have a chance against the Warriors.
No.
I may have said it before the season started.
Yes.
So I would like to be very clear. I don't believe in 1% of the Rockets.
I'm owed an apology from all the big names, all the sports media people. Is oh, this is the final. Everyone's going to watch Houston Rockets versus Golden State Warriors. The points. Chris Paul, James Harden.
I don't care. We'll get to them in a second. I just want to finish up with LeBron.
Okay, I apologize.
LeBron, he's carrying, he's dragging this team through the playoffs. We know that.
Mm-hmm.
And
yes, he does.
And Boston is not an easy place to play, even if your team is not great. I don't know how they're actually really this good, considering the fact that they don't have Kyrie Irving. And if you're Kyrie Irving, man, I don't know.
Kyrie's chilling. Kyrie's on the sideline looking like a coach.
Is Kyrie annoyed that they're playing so well without him?
I don't think so.
And my thought would be, I'm hype if I'm Kyrie and I'm seeing how good they're playing, because that means I have an actual team to play with.
I mean, honestly, I think it's based on his, not hatred, but like some sort of resentment. Whatever made him want to leave Cleveland is why he's enjoying watching Boston, even without him, beat LeBron.
Oh, well,
does that make sense?
But they're not going to beat LeBron. Let's not get crazy.
I mean, they're up one.
They're up. Okay, so they won a game at home. Not to be that guy, but they won the game at home.
Listen, I don't want to see it either.
And LeBron played. No one believes LeBron is going to score 15 points and have 7 turnovers.
Listen, I don't want to see it either.
Again.
But if this happens, if Brad Stevens makes it to the finals and plays against the Warriors, and whatever happens, and that may be a reason for LeBron to go to the Lakers and start this Celtics-Lakers dynasty over again. Start him in the finals again. I'm okay with that. I don't want to see LeBron not in the finals this year.
You realize if LeBron comes to Lakers, he still has to beat the Warriors to get to the finals, right?
I mean, they got another max deal. They'll take Clay or something.
My nose is running. Klay Thompson's going to go to the Lakers. That's what we're doing now.
I mean, I don't know.
Speaking of the Warriors and the Rockets, I actually think Klay Thompson is the most valuable player on that team. I used to think it was Draymond.
Yeah.
And everyone gets all like hype about Steph. Obviously, Durant is Durant. He's incredible. Yeah. But like aside from Durant, because Klay Thompson is a way better defender than Steph Curry.
Way better defender. Honestly, he's a better shooter. He can't handle and then shoot like Steph can.
If he does
he is a shooter.
If he gets that one little dribble,
it's
a wrap. You know it's going in.
It's like when he does one free throws. He does then he does the one to the side. Buckets. I just don't know what to do with his face.
Stop with the face stuff.
Okay, I apologize.
Speaking of face stuff, did you see the giant James Harden face outside of the Rockets arena?
No. Why?
Yeah, they had a human. Well, because he has a beard.
Oh, I thought it was face. When you say face, I think
no. It was his face.
Beard.
It was his face with the beard.
Face with beard.
They're not going to do that.
Yeah,
they're not going to do the other version. It's just his face with the beard, so people could take pictures of it. This team, man, they're such frauds. I mean, they're the Raptors of the West.
The Rockets are the Raptors of the West.
They are.
Writing it down.
Is that a hot take? Hot take-a-rita?
I like it.
They're both the number 1 seed. They're super awesome during the regular season. Ooh, gotta watch the high-flying Rockets, Chris Paul and James Harden. ISO ball.
Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan. Come watch them play.
Ooh, who knows? Maybe they could be the ones to take down LeBron. I think they're going to give the Warriors some trouble with all those threes they shoot. James Harden, best offensive player maybe of all time. Who's going to stop him?
One of those commercials with like a trap beat under it. Who knows?
Rockets and Warriors, the matchup we've all been waiting for.
I feel bad for TNT and ABC right now.
No, I don't really feel the Celtics series is going to go 6. Rockets are going to get swept. Maybe 5. Maybe they'll do a gentleman's sweep.
Quick of a hill turn?
I don't feel bad about saying they're going to get swept.
How quick of a hill turn from everyone's saying, it's just one game, and LeBron's it's just one game. Why can't it just be one game for the Rockets and Warriors? What we just saw with them.
The reason it can be one game for the Celtics, first of all, Celtics were at home.
Yeah.
So they're supposed to win that game. Like if we're doing the whole what's supposed to happen in the playoffs, in the Eastern Conference playoffs, they're supposed to win. They're supposed to hold serve at home.
I'm playing the game. Yeah.
Okay, so they won game 1 at home. All right, LeBron played terrible. Nobody believes he's going to play like that again. We know that.
Right.
Okay, so LeBron has been incredible this entire postseason, this entire season really. He's going to be awesome in game 2, and they're going to win in probably 6 games. And if it goes 7, they're still going to win because the Cavs are going to win because it's LeBron. That's going to happen. Okay. The reason that the Rockets are not going to beat the Warriors is because they play iso ball, and the Warriors do not. The Warriors are a machine, and
Clearly.
the Rockets were built to take down the Warriors. They're not going to do that. They
weren't built very well then.
And they don't play defense.
They don't.
James Harden and Chris Paul did what they were supposed to do. You got Trevor Ariza getting 5 fouls like 2 minutes in. What are you supposed to do? You have to get more offense from everybody else.
Gerald
James
Green's
Harden can't
supposed to
score
just-
100 points.
Yeah, and he could, but if he did, no one else was going. Like they need multiple guys. Clint Capella, like he can't keep up with the pace. They can't do anything.
You can't rely on Clint Capella to score 20 points. You just can't do it. No. It doesn't make sense. They're just an ISO ball team versus a team. That's it. Like that's what the numbers say. The Warriors were number 1 in passes per game. Houston was 30th. What does that mean? Well, I mean, you don't have to be like a statistician to figure out that means the Warriors move the ball around to find an open shot, and they have great shooters in Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, and Klay Thompson, and even Draymond can knock one down. And that means that the Houston's plan is whoever has the ball on offense, you got to score, and everyone stands around like this.
Yeah, I mean, I was watching the game last night. It would say Steph Curry to get going, pass the ball. Like the
and
Warriors,
Steph Curry wasn't even good.
But I'm saying the Warriors pass the ball to get going, and the Rockets shoot to get going. And it's all about getting one person hot. Like Chris Paul, I hope Chris Paul goes off again like he did a couple of games ago and has a big game, but it's not going to matter.
It's not. You're right. It's not going to matter. It doesn't matter. And the difference is the Rockets were at home, so
Houston
they stole
sucks.
game 1. I don't want to go to they suck. They're just not. They're not built for this. And
No, I'm talking about the city.
Oh.
Shouts out to Bun B and Beyonce.
Houston doesn't
And Slim
suck.
Thug.
It's got weird weather.
Huh?
It's got weird weather.
Like microwave.
And then the next day it's very cold.
Yes. It's just so...
It was weird. I guess just maybe in the winter it's like that. I'm sure during the summer it's just nice and hot all the time. Yeah. Anyway, the point is I don't have any faith in the Rockets. I never did. And I don't know why anyone would get suckered into them because it just doesn't make any sense. And if I'm being really, if I'm keeping it 100.
Be real, son.
I've never been into Chris Paul or James Harden. Not in that order. I've never been into James Harden and then followed closely by Chris Paul.
James Harden.
Because I did like the Clippers, like that a semblance of the Clippers. Like I found them to be fun.
Yeah.
But James Harden, I really only liked. They were cute.
Yeah.
James Harden, I only liked with the Thunder. And man, what a disaster the Thunder are. The Thunder don't get credit for how bad they bleeped that up. You had James Harden, Kevin Durant, and Russell Westbrook. Kevin Durant is no longer there. James Harden is the best ISO ball player in league history. He's no longer there. You had the 3 of them there. You're never going to get a free agent to go and sign there. You only have Russell Westbrook.
They got to move that franchise again. Move it back to Seattle.
Yeah, move back to Seattle. I'm with that.
Move that back to Seattle, and I guarantee you all your little issues are going to get solved.
Little issues?
I mean, Bricktown's just not enough. It's not enough.
I think they should trade Russell Westbrook to the Lakers.
But then what about LeBron?
They have 2 slots.
Do you want to see LeBron and Westbrook play together?
Yes, I do.
At
Are
the
you
Lakers.
kidding me? Are you kidding me? That would be incredible.
No.
Why?
No.
Why?
I don't want that. They're too. Those are way too alphas. Like there will be actual fights.
No. Russell Westbrook has to play with someone that if Russell Westbrook is ever going to win a championship, okay, ever. And I love Russell. He's my favorite player.
Okay. This is a big clause because I got something for you.
Okay.
Right.
If he's ever going to win a championship, he has to play with a coach that knows how to coach. And I'm sorry, but Billy Donovan is not an NBA coach. And
Good
2,
college coach.
Great college coach,
Yeah.
not an NBA coach. 2, he has to play with a player that he respects. I don't think he respected Kevin Durant. I think they were cool, and then their relationship deteriorated. And we know LeBron is not that kind of person. He always wants to be loved, so he'll figure out a way to do that.
Right.
And Russell will respect LeBron if they can play together. And LeBron wants to play off the ball. Well, we know Russell wants the ball all the time.
I don't think he can play with
LeBron won't have to be that high motor guy that he is now and carry everyone. They have a young team already assembled. It's perfect. Well, they have to trade a few players to get
Lonzo, Westbrook, and LeBron.
I mean,
not gonna happen.
That sounds like
Westbrook. The only way Westbrook could play.
Can you say that one more time?
Lonzo, Westbrook, and LeBron.
It's genius.
It's not gonna happen though.
I mean,
the only way Westbrook
why do we have
plays
to talk
with a
about things
player.
that are always going to happen? So what?
Can you say it one more time?
Lonzo,
Hey.
Westbrook,
Bet.
LeBron.
Come
love
on
it.
now.
Lonzo,
Westbrook, and LeBron.
Big baller. Big baller. Big baller.
All right. I like it. I think it'll happen. We're going to sing it into existence around here.
Hey,
You like that, LeVar? Shout out LeVar.
how's that for data, LeVar? Oh, I tried.
You just
I
let
should
that.
have
I had the better line.
Yeah, that was good. Should let you win.
It's time for no longer in or out.
No.
Wit it or quit it. The people have spoken.
With
Right?
it or
Or
quit it. With it or quit it.
What?
With it or quit it.
Oh.
Hey, with it or quit it.
All right.
With it?
That's
Like
good.
quit
I
it.
think we'll work on that.
Well, we work on it. We got to get in sync a little bit. Make sure we're saying the right words. We're on the same page. Okay. First with it or quit it, guys. White rapper lives matters. And Cowboys wide white receiver, Cole Beasley, is no exception. The slot man clapped back at y'all on Undisputed for talking about his rapping career, saying, y'all are part of the reason. I'm sorry. Y'all are part of what's wrong with the NFL.
Yes.
Joy. Undisputed is ruining the NFL. With it or quit it?
Undisputed is ruining the NFL?
Yes, ruining.
I don't know. The words always escape you.
Ruining.
Ruining. I am going to quit that. We are not ruining the NFL. Although I have many questions, Cole.
Yes.
Because he didn't say we are the one thing wrong with the NFL. He said that we are part of what's wrong with the NFL.
Right.
So I'd like to know what are the other parts. Can you give us the scoop, Cole?
Yes.
How do you feel?
Be honest with you.
What are the other things that are wrong with the NFL?
Right.
His full tweet
Keep
was
100.
well. Okay, first of all, he has a rap album out called The Autobiography. I already knew he was a rapper because Bryce Butler was on The Hang.
Shouts out to the homie.
Yes, and he said that Cole is a rapper and that his songs are played in Dallas nightclubs on the low. They are mixed in without he's under an alias
Vibes.
or something, right? Yeah. And he likes it, and it's apparent that his teammates do like that he's a rapper.
Yeah,
The ones that have spoken out about it.
Right,
Anyway.
yeah.
And he told TMZ that he's not an athlete that raps. He's a rapper that is an athlete.
Correct.
He's a rapper first, athlete second.
Right.
He says he's been rapping since college, so everyone needs to quit with the negativity. And without music, there is no football for me.
Makes sense.
And look, I'm all for people pursuing their dreams. I'm totally okay with you having interests outside of your sport. I encourage it even.
Yes, it's healthy.
I think you should be a well-rounded, balanced person.
Everyone should have hobbies.
Exactly.
Yes. Interests.
That said, my opinion about whether you are a rapper or not is really irrelevant. My bigger takeaway from this is it bothers me when people put out said interests, and then when people are like, well, you weren't very good this year, so where were you spending your time? Were you in the booth spitting them bars, or were you on the field? And it's nice to say that you're a rapper first and an athlete second, but nobody knows who you are if you're not Cole Beasley playing for the Dallas Cowboys. No one.
I'm sure people in Houston, SMU on the night scene.
Let's be serious.
Okay.
Let's just for 1 second of the day. Let's be serious for 1 second. Nobody is talking about Cole Beasley if he doesn't play for the Dallas Cowboys in the NFL.
We don't know. He could. What if he was rapping this entire time instead of playing football? Maybe we would know.
Maybe
we know who Post Malone is.
Maybe these are maybes. But the reality, the world, actual reality, I know you create your own reality and stuff, but the shared reality that we all function in. Cole Beasley is a NFL wide receiver for the Dallas Cowboys. That's why we know his name, right? In this state of reality, right? Like maybe in the upside down, it's different. But here you play for the Dallas Cowboys, so that's why we know who you are. So when you put your interests out there after a bad year, when people are like, what are you doing with your time? That's a fair criticism. And then also you can't be on this football's second, but then you're rapping about football. So
the autobiography, football's a part of the autobiography.
It's just
football's a part of the autobiography.
It's a confusing brand.
He's just telling about his story. Football is a part of the story. If it wasn't for football.
Anyway, so we talked about it on Undisputed. Skip hated it, obviously, because he wants everyone to focus on football that plays for Dallas Cowboys. Which, he loves the Dallas Cowboys, and Cowboys weren't good this year. Cole Beasley was not great this year. He was getting doubled a lot. So, in all fairness.
He had a great year last year.
He did.
Yeah.
He said, to Undisputed, this is what Cole tweeted after we talked about it, which, by the way, I assume now, I used to not think this. Now, I assume / know all Dallas Cowboys wide receivers and former Cowboys wide receivers watch Undisputed. So thank you for the support.
Right.
To Undisputed, I made all but 2 songs of this album in 2016. Nobody was complaining about anything then. My best year. I know y'all need material, but come on, man. I know y'all aren't on the air 24/7. We're not. Thank the Lord. I need a break sometimes. Y'all are a part of what's wrong with the NFL. I don't know what that last sentence means.
I think
maybe if he was to say the media, that would make more sense. I don't know what we aren't part. I don't work for the NFL. I don't know what that means.
Yeah. It's giving you guys a lot of power, though.
I need more clarification on that statement. We aren't on the air 24/7, so I don't really know what that means either. We do need material, correct?
Yeah.
And you provided it, so thank you for that.
Yeah. Thanks.
And in my mind, like we're promoting it. Like no press is bad press when you've got an album out, right?
Yeah. He's got an album out.
So you listen to it.
Yeah.
You're the music man.
I try to be.
What is it?
I think he could easily be like the third, like he could be the worst rapper in a rap group of 3 or more people. So it's not bad. It's a compliment. Think about it. Nappy Roots, Wu-Tang,
Nappy Roots,
Migos, like any rap
I
group.
used to love Nappy Roots.
Feels on the side. What I make feels on the side. And oh no.
Maybe we want to go outside.
Actually, the worst rapper on that group went to my high school in PRP. So shouts out to them. That's what I'm saying. Like he's not god awful. He's not terrible. Like he's like Asher Roth. You know what I'm saying?
I know Asher Roth's name, so that's not
little bars.
Yeah,
little white boy bars.
That's fine.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Look, I support everyone's dreams. Okay?
He's just spitting.
Like,
he is a rapper who happens to play football. You know what I'm saying? Just like how I was a comedian who happened to get a scholarship to be at Notre Dame. I was just there, and I was like, all right, I'll just wait till this is over.
You're right. And I'm just God. I just happened to host a podcast at Undisputed.
Exactly.
So we all
maybe I'm crazy.
Yeah, we all have our version of what's happening. All right, what's next?
Okay, you guys stick with me with this one.
Mm-hmm.
Pop's longtime assistant Becky Hammon got an interview for the Bucks head coaching job. 2-time NBA champion Paul Gasol. Is that how you say it? Paul. I always say Paul. Powell. Pow.
You want to call him Paul?
Yeah, Paul. Pau Gasol wrote a letter published in the Players Tribune supporting Hammon. Pau said, I've been in the NBA for 17 years. I played under 2 of the sharpest minds in the history of the sport, Phil Jackson, Greg Popovich, and I'm telling you, Becky Hammon can coach. Joy. The NBA will be the first major men's sports company ting to have a female head coach. With it or quit it?
I'm with it. Becky is in line to do that. She's served her time with the Spurs. The Bucks interviewed her. There are some coaching positions open. I think it's cool that Pow. How are you doing it? Pow. Pow. No, it's not Paul. Gasol wrote that for Becky.
Yeah.
But Becky has a lot of support, and her name's been floating out there for a while because she is a Spurs assistant. And Spurs assistants tend to move up in the league because they're out of the Popovich tree, the same way that Belichick's assistants move on, not with great levels of success, but they do become NBA head coaches. So that's a place you want to work if you want to become a head coach. And Becky Hammon is no different. And she's experienced. She's probably overqualified, actually, when you look at the number of years that she played professionally for 16 years. I mean, you know, people want to say what they want about the WNBA. It's basketball, just women play it.
It's all optics, and they in NFL, NBA, all these men need to get over themselves.
Thank you for saying that.
Yes.
Look, like I fully support Becky getting a head coaching job. Obviously, like she deserves it, and she's put in her time, and I do think it's going to happen because this conversation's been stirring around for a while. I would love her to come to the Los Angeles Lakers, and LeBron to come, and Russell Westbrook, and I'm just praying for that level of chaos because look, when she does get the head coaching job, she's going to be under an extreme amount of scrutiny, unfairly. But that's what happens when you are the first at something.
Yeah.
So that is what it is, and I'm sure she knows that.
Yeah, I heard what's his name, Jackie Robinson. This is like old baseball player. I heard he had some trouble like when he first came in, because like was he like the first person with Jerry curl in the
Yeah, I'm going to just ignore that whole bit. Dawn Staley also is someone whose name isn't out there as much, but that's because she's not with the Spurs. And Dawn Staley is clearly qualified also to be a head coach in the NBA. But
men are so afraid to let women coach other men.
They're
terrified.
They are terrified of it.
Terrified.
And look, like the hot taker videos are just going to be spewing all over the internet when this happens. And I do think it's going to happen, if not this year, next year. It's not gonna be a safe space. If you're easily triggered, you're gonna want to stay off the internet for at least a week, and that's heavy. Like it's hard to do.
Yeah.
Anytime I mention anything about women on Undisputed, the knuckle draggers come a climbing. Okay,
they still have their knuckles?
They can't help themselves.
Right.
They're very thick knuckles.
Yeah, the thickest of nuts.
They're rough. Like they can go over the rocks with ease.
Just all the time.
Dum.
You did a great job with that. I enjoyed watching that multiple times. Your commentary on all women.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
I have some thoughts. But there's no negative to this actually, and I do think that the NBA is the best place for this to happen first.
Yeah.
Because I don't think like the whole notion like that women can't coach men. I don't understand why it doesn't work the other way. Like, why can the men coach the women then?
Right.
Why can't it just?
The amount of
Why can't it just flip? Like, what's the and like the idea that they don't respect her or something like that. Like you're not giving these guys enough credit. Like they don't care who it is that's coaching them.
They just
want to win.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. So what is the difference? Like she can't be in the locker room. She's already in the locker room. She's an assistant coach. Like all of we're not going to get on the whole list of knuckle dragging ideas why this isn't going to work. It is going to work and it is going to happen within the next year or so for sure. Whether it's her or Dawn Staley, I do think it will be Becky first because she has her I mean, part of getting a head coaching job is having your name out there. By the way, while we're mentioning it, James Borrega. James Borrega? That's how you say his name?
You know how I say names.
Borrego. James
Yes.
Borrego is the new head coach of the Charlotte Hornets. Yeah, not the first Hispanic full-time head coach. Not the first one, guys. Not the first one.
That's what they say.
That's what they are saying this.
The Lick Reed said he's first Hispanic coach.
It is not. It's not true.
You want to shed some light on why that's not true?
Because it's just not. It's not factually accurate.
Oh, it's not factually accurate?
No.
Do your research, guys. Check Wikipedia.
Yeah.
Okay.
Earl Watson. Makes sense.
The LeBronto Raptors need a head coach after firing Dwane Casey for LeBron-related injuries.
Right.
Former NBA scrimmage player Master P nominated himself to be a head coach, and Meta World Peace suggested that the Sixers ambassador Drake take the job. With these coaching suggestions, I have
didn't
to
Meta World
say,
Peace also say he should be the coach too?
I think he's
But didn't he say he also would make a good coach? I don't know. Maybe I'm making that up.
maybe he's trying to just get close to Drake.
Might be fake news. Go ahead.
Yeah, possibly. It's Meta World Peace. No, I'm not going to say. Okay, Joy. Firing Dwane Casey was the right move for LeBronto. Wit it or quit it?
Quit it, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Bye.
Did I say wit it or quit it for the last one? I don't think I did.
I think he was with it.
Oh, wit it?
Pretty
Okay.
sure
Yeah,
you were
I'm going
with
to quit. I'm going to quit it.
Okay.
I think he's going by Ron Artest, by the way, now. Isn't he?
He is?
I think he is.
Meta going by Ron.
Is he going by Ron now?
I believe, and I'm willing to just be wrong here on behalf of the podcast, but I believe that he is going by Ron Artest for the big three.
Right.
But not for
life.
Twitter or his life.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay. So only for big three purposes he's
And
going by Ron Artest.
and I don't think Friend of Panda is in the picture anymore, but he was temporarily.
He was Friend of the Panda was a big thing for him.
Yeah.
Very, very weird hats.
I would also like to be a friend of a panda.
Oh my gosh.
But
they're very nice.
They seem chill, but they're also bears.
Yeah.
I feel like people forget that pandas are bears.
But they cute though.
They're hella cute, but they're definitely bears. Like they're big. They're super
bears, though?
giant animals. Baby pandas are like little, but I still feel like they got the paws that could just like
Oh, because they grow up to be regular
get
pandas
you.
though.
Yeah, panda
The babies
bears.
do.
They're
Eventually.
bears. Eventually they're bears.
Not the polar, not the Coca-Cola pandas. We're talking about the black and white ones.
Right.
The Barry Obama
Correct.
of
They're
bears.
also bears. They just happen to have different spottage.
Right. It's different spottage for the bears.
And
The stuff designer was talking about, right?
right. So we've got off track here.
I actually don't even know what
they
we're
should
talking
not
about.
have fired Dwane Casey.
Oh, yes,
it's
yes.
ridiculous.
Panda.
He had 1 year remaining on his contract. He led the team to 5 straight playoff appearances. And look, I don't like the Raptors at all. I think they're completely overswagged. I think they do not deserve the swag level that they have at all. We the North is an excellent slogan, which I feel like should definitely be sent anywhere else.
It's a waste.
It is a waste. Yeah. It is a waste, and it's.
I've been on the other side of this, but I feel bamboozled by what happened in Toronto.
I don't feel bamboozled because I knew that they could not beat LeBron because all the evidence pointed to they're not going to beat LeBron.
The regular season is a scrimmage. And I'm tired of watching it.
But we decided you need a regular season fun team. Like you need you need Houston, you need the Raptors. That's fine. But like it's not Dwane Casey's fault that they have no one to guard LeBron and they decided to put a bleeping rookie on him. Like, hello, here's what everyone doesn't get, right? So there's very few teams where in the league where you know who the general manager is, right? Like Miami, Pat Riley, like president, whatever. Yeah. Okay, he makes the decisions. You know that. It's Pat Riley. So you respect what he does, even if the team is not great.
Right.
Like they're back in the playoffs, they losing 5 to the Sixers, and a shame in that. They're a better team, right? Could be annoyed about it.
Yeah.
Like it's go longer, but I still trust in Pat Riley. Riley be with you. Danny Ainge. Okay. Notice Heat, Celtics, Magic Johnson, the Lakers,
yes.
R.C. Buford, the Spurs, okay, aka also Greg Popovich, but like they're hand in hand, right? There's not a lot of teams where you know who the general manager is, right? Like maybe locally you do, but you don't think about that. You think about the coach because you see the coach.
Right.
But the coaches don't always make the decisions for the personnel that's on their team. And in the NBA, you only win if you have talent. That's just what it is. Like Brad Stevens is getting a lot of credit for what's going on in Boston right now, and maybe he deserves it. And maybe also everybody's just playing at their full potential.
Marcus Morris is balling. Like people are actually balling.
Right. Like, and I'm sure that he is playing a role in it. Like, I'm not discrediting the role of an NBA coach and the decisions that they make. Like Steve Kerr taking Kevin Durant out last night was just insane. What are you taking him out of the game for? You can blow it up. You can blow it up and the game be over, and then you can sit him for the half of the fourth quarter. Instead, you take him out when they're making a run. Like, a cool idea, Steve Kerr. Like, yes, there are adjustments and things that you need to make. Obviously, an NBA coach is important, but when you're putting together a team, the coaches aren't the only ones making this decision.
Yeah.
And if the front office wants to decide to not put anyone on the team to defend LeBron, why is that Dwane Casey's fault? Like, Dwane Casey is a good coach.
It's also not Dwane Casey's fault that he got the most productive bench play out of any coach in the NBA.
Right.
And then his 2 stars against LeBron had combined numbers similar to what LeBron did in that same series. Like, that's not Dwane Casey's fault.
Their numbers combined were less than LeBron's numbers for that series.
Yeah,
that's not Dwane Casey's fault. Correct.
Can't
And
be.
every team is not going to win the championship every year. You're consistently in the playoffs. Like, what more can you ask for? You don't have LeBron. And guess what? If you'd like to beat LeBron, like some people would like to beat LeBron in the East, like try and come out of the East.
Yeah.
How about you get somebody who can guard LeBron?
You know how many teams would love to be mentioned on Maybe I'm Crazy? We're talking about them right now. You're welcome. Like, Dwane Casey did that.
I hate the NBA coaching carousel. Like, it's, and I get it. Like, fans want some sort of change and somebody's head has to roll, and you can't always trade players. You can't always cut players. Like, it's, especially in the NBA, it's not how it works. I get it. They're like, you need some change, but like, who are you going to replace Dwane Casey with?
Master P.
Yeah, Drake.
Make him say,
These are the names out there for you, for you, Toronto. That's what you deserve. You know what? That's what you deserve. It is. It's because it's silly. It's silly that Dwane Casey would be fired. Yeah. It's silly that you would fire Fizdale. Now he's the head coach in New York, and like I like Fizz a lot.
Yeah.
He's a good young coach.
Yeah,
and
sure.
like whether he's going to be successful there or not is not. Guess what? It's not dependent on Coach Fizdale. It's the front office and James Dolan.
It wasn't his fault he got fired either.
Right.
I mean, yeah. So. Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't get it. I wish fans would like look at the broader picture of it. Like whenever LeBron was in Miami, there was this like faction of fans who were like, fire Eric Spoelstra. And like, thank God Pat Riley's like, peasants know nothing about basketball. Like you know less than nothing about basketball. I can't. Yeah. It is your ants in my presence. And I appreciate that he treats us that way because we don't.
No.
Pat Riley knows more about basketball than all of the entire city of Miami combined. So he didn't fire Eric Spoelstra. Guess what? That was a good idea because he went to 4 straight finals and won 2 championships. And Eric Spoelstra managed to hold that team together for as long as he could. Ty Lue, does anyone think Ty Lue is like an incredible coach? No, but he's also managing to keep the other Cavs somewhat in line. You got Rodney Hood running crazy, but look at the year that the Cavaliers have had.
He's getting credit for being a good coach this year because it's been
stressful.
crazy this year.
He literally was like, guys, I just need 5 minutes for a nap. Okay.
I need write it up. Y'all can have that for today on Undisputed. Y'all talk about it.
I'm having Joy Taylor level anxiety. I need a break. Okay, I'm going to have a meltdown.
At me.
Yes. Don't call me. I'm asleep.
I have Life Alert.
Okay.
So don't worry about it. I'll get you.
Okay. If something goes really wrong, you will find out. But
Right.
like, I just need a break for 5 minutes, and I don't blame him because I can't imagine what that kind of pressure is like. So stop firing everybody. It doesn't make any sense. It's not going to change anything. Guess what, Raptors? You're not going to beat LeBron next year because you don't have anybody to stop LeBron. Not because Dwane Casey is the problem. Just over it.
LeBron to the Raptors.
Ugh.
As a coach. Moving on. Wiz Khalifa's journey continues. From celebrated mixtape rapper to tolerated mainstream rapper to Amber Rose's baby daddy. Now he's big as hell and looks like an MMA fighter. Scoopage extraordinaire. Scoopage extraordinaire.
Extraordinaire.
Scoopage extraordinaire. Skirt. Cardi B. Jay Glazer says Wiz can do the things that UFC fighters do. Joy. Wiz Khalifa should step out the booth and step into the octagon. With it or quit it.
I'm with it.
Really?
Yes. First of all, Wiz is humongous.
He's a big dude.
When you look at the like side by side of Wiz then and now.
But he was like a tropical storm away from never being seen again. Like he was very light.
He was very light. Yes.
Like in the past, like he couldn't have been in the film Twister. Like he was very light. He was very light. So like any
but that was his look. That was his look.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
but he's put on a lot of weight. He's got the gains. He's been training with Jay Glazer at Unbreakable. Have you ever been to Jay's gym?
I've been outside, and that sounds weird, but yeah, I've been outside.
It does
I was
sound
working
weird.
for TMZ. No, I was just I was driving by and somebody like, oh, that's the gym.
Okay, so you haven't even actually been outside. You've driven on Sunset and you've seen the building.
That's outside. I wasn't inside the gym.
It's not the same thing. No. Okay, so I've been to Jay's gym twice. And I don't
you
like
went inside?
Yes, I worked out there. Yes.
Ooh, you worked out?
2 times, yeah.
Do they have showers?
I think they have showers. Yeah, I don't shower at gyms. I'm not that person. No.
Get out, sweat in the seat in your car.
Yeah, I'm the sweat in the seat person. First of all, I don't sweat a lot.
Okay.
So that's not a big concern of mine. But there's just no way I'm showering at a gym.
No, it's fair.
Even like an Equinox level. There's so many germs. And then you have to bring the foot shoes.
You gotta have the foot shoes. I got my shower shoes on right now.
The shower shoes, you know what Brandon.
These are rainbows. I got these in San Antonio. I got these at a
disgusting.
Have
you heard of lotion?
Oh my gosh, I invest in Jergens. Original
Why don't
scent.
you just get the cocoa butter?
I do cocoa butter
or
and
Vaseline
Joy,
and
my
sleep with
feet look
socks on.
10 times better than they did yesterday.
Well, that's
so
horrifying.
Anyway,
yeah, I can't do that. And you know what? In college, we had shared bathrooms in my dorm. Luckily, my dorm room was directly across the hall from the bathroom.
Scoot.
So
Right
I
there.
could do the scoot. It was an all girls dorm too, though. I was a terrible person. I used to steal my friends' towels and belongings while they were in the shower.
That's the only thing you don't steal. Oh, like as a joke?
Yes.
Okay, that's great.
Not like keep them. Like I
Yeah.
would take them, put them in their room,
Yeah.
so they'd have to like run down the hallway naked. They'd be very upset.
Beautiful.
Or I would wrap
College.
up lots of wrap up lots of toilet paper and throw it over.
Really?
The thing. Yeah, because when toilet paper gets wet, it sticks to you. You've used toilet paper before with the wetness.
That's so
You know what I mean?
crazy. I don't know who the recycling version of PETA is, but they're gonna come after you wasting all that toilet paper.
I mean, you do understand like toilet paper is designed to break down so that it goes through the sewer systems.
Not like that, Joy. That's supposed to be wiping somebody's bottom.
No, that's literally what it does. Like
Okay.
it's supposed to
Whatever you say.
do that.
You know some more things than I do.
Yes, apparently I do. Anyway, Jay Glazer has been training Wiz Khalifa. Wiz Khalifa has the gains.
Yes.
And I think he should. And Wiz Khalifa's from Pittsburgh. Shout out
Yes.
Shenley High School.
Yes, black and yellow.
Oh, wait, no, he didn't go to Shenley. He went to Alderdice, yeah.
Alderdice. Did he graduate from Alderdice?
Yeah, he went to Alderdice.
I like Wiz.
I like Wiz too. And I would definitely watch him in the octagon.
I don't unless he
But
like
I need him to fight someone else who's also an amateur. Like I don't want him to go into the
Right.
MMA and like fight someone who's been training.
Right.
And I don't need to see all that.
like I want like a celebrity death match from back in the day
Yeah,
on MTV. Like
but
I want to see
real.
like him versus like
God, can
Exhibit.
we bring back that show? Exhibit.
Yeah, why not?
Exhibit, host
said
of
MTV.
one of my favorite television shows of all time.
Pimp Your Ride to Pimp My Ride was insane.
Appointment television.
Oh my god.
And yes, and
West Coast Customs.
there was no limits to the coolness.
Woo.
Right?
What's the craziest thing you saw on Pimp My Ride?
I think they put a fish tank in someone's car.
Yeah, but like
I mean, I haven't seen that show. And how long has it been since that show's been on?
yeah, I know. I mean, there's no way that the car's not functional anymore. Like you can do.
Oh yeah, I never understood that part. Like I feel like they purposely sought out people with the car that if you turned the key a little too far, it would literally explode. Like why don't you just get like a car Maybe they found those cars. Just the way those cars even actually ran.
Yeah, no, they took all that stuff off afterwards. Like
they would literally take the entire car.
We have to leave the paint job. Sorry about that.
We have to replace the end. We have to literally replace every single part. The frame is rusted out. We kept a tire. Like, just buy a cheap car and redo that.
Extreme Home Makeover Hood Edition.
It was a great show. Anyway, yeah.
Great. I think that's it. That's all the winners or quits. How do you think about Wit It or Quits?
Wit It or Quits? You're changing the name already?
Oh, Wit It, Quit.
Wit It or Quit It?
Yeah.
I think it went well.
It's okay, right?
Yeah. I need you to be more enthusiastic about it.
I liked it.
There we go. All right. Hear ye, hear ye.
Here we go.
When am I getting a scepter, by the way?
You haven't directly asked for one, so
I need a
the
scepter.
only thing that our producers only make moves when you directly ask for something. So, like, guys, we need something more than a pin for Queen Petty, okay? Okay.
Noted.
Okay, we'll get you one next
Thank
week.
you. All right.
Yes.
Hear ye, hear ye. Joe Flacco is petty. So apparently it's this thing in the AFC North where the quarterbacks don't want to share any time with the new quarterbacks that have been drafted. So Lamar Jackson
Yes.
is going to play for the Ravens this year. Joe Flacco.
He's gonna be on the team.
Oh, fine. He's going to be on the team. I
Yes.
think he's going to play, but he is a member of the Baltimore Ravens, who's your team.
Shouts out.
And he snitched. He dry snitched. He was asked if
I'm listening. I'm not saying anything yet.
he had talked to Joe Flacco, and he said, "No, I haven't." And he was asked if he was going to get advice from Robert Griffin III. I highly recommend you don't do that. And he said, "I don't know yet." Good answer. Closer to quarterback speak. You know how I feel about the quarterback speak.
Yeah.
So yes, he did dry snitch on Joe Flacco.
Yes.
So ask me the question: Have you spoken to Joe Flacco?
Have you spoken to Joe Flacco yet?
Joe and I I'm sure we'll get together once the season starts. I really look forward to working with him and learning as much as I can. He's been a great leader for this team, and I hope I can just learn whatever I can while I wait for my opportunity if and when that comes.
Now, Ozzie Newsome signed another former Heisman Trophy winner and mobile quarterback into a one-year deal. RG3, he's above you in the lineup. Are you going to take any advice? Have you spoken with RG3?
Like I said, I'm looking forward to getting advice from any of the veterans on the team. We have a team full of really experienced guys, especially in my position, that I looked up to when I was at Louisville. So I look forward to learning as much as I can from both the quarterbacks on our squad.
How do they not do that? How do they not do that, Joy?
Huh?
How do they not do that?
I don't know why they don't just all send. I don't know why they don't send every incoming NFL rookie to me for media training.
Joy's
Send them my way.
trainer.
I'm willing to work for a very low fee
Instead of Gruden's quarterback
of
camp,
$1 billion.
Joy media training.
Exactly. It's very
Let's get it
simple.
done.
You can say so many words that mean nothing.
I
But
walked
it's not
away.
Lamar Jackson's fault though,
No.
because Joe Flacco is being petty. Because
Yes.
if he still has not sent Lamar a text like, "Hey man, welcome to the team" or something, like that's all you have to do, and then you don't look like a jerk. And Ben Roethlisberger's taking it to a whole nother level.
Yeah, no, Joe's like about to get busy. Like he only plays when pressure's on him. Like he's about to get busy. He has to. Joe's
been actually really bad as of recent. And
As of
I
recent.
understand playoff Joe, but you have to get to the playoffs to be playoff Joe.
Yes.
He's thrown the second most interceptions. That's 74 over the past 5 seasons. Interceptions, if you don't know, are when you throw the ball to the other team, which is not how you score. That's not how you score. So the Ravens have not been good, and Joe Flacco, I'm sure, is worried about losing his job, as he should be, because guess what? You haven't been good. And here's the thing. Like, in every business, everyone gets old, right? Spoiler alert! There's a thing called time.
Very sensitive spoiler alerts here on the show.
Yeah. So if you didn't know that, you're older than you were 5 minutes ago.
Right.
Okay. So time waits for no man. Whatever cliche you'd like to use, you're gonna get old one day. So why don't you prepare for that? It's called 401k, right? I don't like taking money that I could spend right now while I'm alive and putting it in an account that I can't use.
You can't take it with you, Joy.
No, you can't.
You can leave it to some ungrateful people, though.
You can do that also, yes.
Yeah.
The point is, you're going to get old no matter what business that you're in.
Right.
And if you play sports, your oldness is intensified, right? Because if you retire at 35, you're not actually old at all in like lifespan, but like it's different in sports. And you would think what I'm saying is very simple, but nobody in sports seems to understand this ever. And I don't get it. I understand that you have to feel like you're invincible, but you also can't be a moron. Like there are levels to this. Like understand that you are getting older. So therefore, I don't know, change your training habits or change how you eat.
But also if you're allowed, as an athlete, you know this, if you allow your mind to think that you possibly could be weak, then weakness comes.
No.
You Teflon the brain and then
but you can't be somebody who's like, yeah, I'm never gonna get old, bro. I'm gonna live forever. No, like Tom Brady is the greatest, and he has remained the greatest and been able to play at the level that he plays because he changes his workout regimen. He changes how he eats. He trains differently based off of his age.
He clones himself.
You like Shannon. Shannon said as he got older, he tried to take 2 pounds off of the weight he came in every year for training camp. He's in the Hall of Fame. Like these are not. There's a difference between knowing that you are eventually your body is going to change, and having some sort of sports mortality where you're like, I don't know, Ben Roethlisberger saying he's going to retire every single week. Probably why they drafted a quarterback, bro.
Yeah,
that's
first
on
round.
you. Like Joe Flacco, you're playing like garbage. Like, of course they're going to draft a quarterback. What is the reveal here? Play better. And I understand like it's a team sport, but like you got to take some responsibility for it.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you have to give him like. I don't even know what there is. Like to be honest with you, like what's Joe Flacco going to tell Lamar Jackson? But like the idea of being petty about it, like not only do you look bad because you're playing bad, you also look bad because you look like you're being a jerk. And I'm putting that kindly, obviously, because that's not how I talk.
Yeah. Listen, quarterbacks taken in the first round, period, or like, was it 22% of people, first round quarterbacks played in the Super Bowl? Like, it's not even that big of a threat. And in the last, how many ever, 4 postseason visits for Flacco? He's 7-3. And he has an MVP and a Super Bowl in that long?
But that's not going to keep you afloat forever if your last 3 seasons are 9-7, 8-8, and 5-11. Like
the tools are around him now. We drafted very well. Like we have some of the best receivers that we've ever had. Period. And that can make a difference. Running game is actually there. Like there's reasons for him to get better, and I think he will. I want Lamar Jackson to play this year because I want to have that Deshaun Watson style of season that the Texans had, minus the injury. But as a Ravens fan, wanting to go into the playoffs, want to use Terrell Suggs to the best of his ability while we have him, Flacco's got to play all season, and Lamar can't see the field.
Okay, that's fine. But what we're talking about here is being petty, and Joe Flacco needs to shoot Lamar Jackson and avoid this conversation. And honestly,
So you want to be fake?
Yeah, sometimes in life you have to be fake.
Oh, trust me, I know.
Spoiler alert.
Yes.
We're revealing a lot of things to humans today. Yes, sometimes in life you have to do things you don't want to do in order to keep your reputation intact.
His reputation is he's a jerk.
Well, I think what we learned, I think the answer to the bottom line of this whole story is that Joe Flacco is actually not elite.
It's an elite sports debate.
It's an age-old sports debate. Is Joe Flacco elite? And I think we answered it today.
In the playoff, yes.
Well, actually, I think the Ravens answered it when they drafted Lamar Jackson, but sure. All right, time for Lit List.
Yes.
The DJ Khaled honorary Lit List. It's usually all we do is win an award, but when there are multiple things that are lit, we do the Lit List.
It's lit.
Sports gambling is now legal all across the country.
Yes.
The Supreme Court decided to get with the times, struck down a federal law from 1992, so now all the states can legalize sports betting. Obviously, each state has to change their own individual state laws.
Right.
But this changes a lot of things because because people gamble on sports, Brandon. That's like the main reason sports exists, actually.
I'm trying to get into it.
No, I don't think you should get into it at all, actually. Opposite of that.
No, the reason I want to get into it is because it seems like there's an added level of being a sports fan when you have money on the line, and I don't understand that aspect of it. Like, I'm not mad at my team when they don't win. I was like, oh yeah, they tried. Like they did a good job.
Yeah,
they tried.
This is the whole point.
But the money would help me get into it.
Yes, that's usually why people gamble on sports.
Right,
actually,
I'm trying to get
unless
into
they're
it.
degenerates.
I don't know the lines and stuff.
It's nice to know that people finally figured out that people just gamble online on sports. So you just might as well just make it legal.
Yeah.
It's the main reason people watch sports. I don't know what. Like you understand that's what people do, right? They gamble on sports.
Well, like the growth of the storylines. Like everyone's like, oh, well, I remember when Jameson Taillon had his first rookie season and he got to the playoffs. Like that's why people watch sports.
No.
No?
In general, people watch sports for the gambling. You know, like March Madness, that's gambling. People watch for the gambling.
For the brackets? People
bet money on games.
and win or lose that money
Yes.
every year.
Every day.
Interesting.
Every minute of the day, actually.
How'd you find out about this?
It's not a secret. Yeah, it's not a secret. Mark Cuban, he likes to make money. He said that he thinks that the ruling will double the value of sports franchises overnight, and he's right. And they're the NFL is looking for some integrity fees or something.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Integrity fees.
NFL is good at making money too. It's a joke that these sports leagues pretend like their games are not being gambled on. It's the morality police. Well, if you have, it's the argument they had for not having a team in Vegas. If you put athletes around sports betting, they're gonna throw the games.
They could miss the game from playing roulette. Is that what the thing is?
No, that's not.
I'm new to the betting.
We talked about graduations earlier.
Yes.
Chance the Rapper. Chance the Rapper.
He
actually might be Chance the Rapper. Have we let him back in though? Have we let him back in?
Yes, Joy. He never left. I'm not hearing that. I'm not hearing that. Black people don't always have to be Democrats. I said it. Chance said it. I said it.
I did not say that. You are welcome to be affiliated with whatever political party you so choose.
Yes.
Just don't tell me about it.
Chance
the Rapper and Chadwick Boseman.
Yes.
AKA Black Panther. Chadwick graduated from Howard, and he delivered he didn't graduate, but he delivered the commencement.
I think he went to
speech.
Howard.
Yeah, he did go to Howard.
Yeah,
yes.
he didn't. Yeah,
and he also received an honorary Doctor of Human Letters degree. Whatever that means. And of course he did Wakanda Forever.
Said Howard Forever.
And everybody went nuts.
Howard
Forever?
Howard Forever.
How tired is he of doing that?
I think this gave him a life again. I think the people. This take, I can't.
You want to skip it?
He got drained from watching a bunch of other people do it, and then he got to Howard and did it, and and he gave all the power back.
It gave the power back to Wakanda
had
Forever.
The flower thing that gives him the Black Panther powers.
Anyway, so Chance the Raptor also gave a commencement speech to Dillard University in New Orleans.
And I was at a HBCU graduation speech this weekend, and it was a lot about equality and working hard.
Speech?
Some lady who worked there. She said she said she's like a councilwoman or something, but she said, I went to school to get my BA and left with my BA, and the whole crowd said BY. And I was like, what the hell is going on? I didn't know that was a thing. Everybody knew about it.
I didn't know about that either.
BABY. So she left with a husband and a baby.
Oh.
You get it now?
No, I understand what she meant.
I didn't know.
I just wouldn't have.
I thought maybe
with that.
as a black person, maybe you heard it because I didn't hear it.
I've not heard that. No, I tried to avoid both of those situations. In college. Yeah.
You don't want your
would
BA
have not
either?
upset me on the path to success. That was not God's plan.
Yeah, but anyways,
right.
leave them alone.
Loser power rankings.
Loser power rankings.
These are the losers of the week. All right. So we have 3 losers this week, as we always do.
Yes.
And we rank them by the level of losership.
Yes.
I'd like to reverse them because
okay.
I'm sorry, Ashley, but that's what we're going to do.
Someone made a comment about this on the YouTube page, actually.
What, about me constantly reversing them?
No, about the reversing.
Well, I'm sorry, I'm reversing the order again. Because here's what happens. When I look at it, I in this moment, I decide what I feel strongest about.
Yes.
And then I reorder them, which I could do before, but, this is just how it goes. So anyway, the third loser this week, we do power rankings, so we start with the least loser-ish.
Yes.
It's baseball. So Jameson Taillon?
You say space?
Taillon has had some blister issues. Mm-hmm. And so naturally he wants his teammates to pee on his hands.
Of course.
He was pulled from his most recent start against the Giants after 3 innings because he has a nagging blister, which to a hockey player or a football player, blister may not seem like a big deal. But if you're doing the pitching, the blisters can be a problem.
It's real.
So in order to heal more quickly, he said he was going to go old school. He was allowed to go. He's being cool with going old school and allowing his teammates to line up and pee on the blister. I said, if it helps, I'll put up a sign-up sheet and everyone can come and pee. I don't care. I just want it to go away. If it helps, I would do it. I'm not scared. I just need to be out in the field. This is not the first time this has happened.
Tradition.
Other baseball players have peed on the blisters.
It's tradition. It's just a part.
Is there anything weird that I mean, look, athletes do all kinds of weird things, but we want to share
I'm
that?
gonna ask the question. I'll answer whatever question you ask.
Is there anything weird that your teammates have ever asked you to do to help? Like has a teammate ever been like, dude, like, can you just like rub my shoulder right here? And you're like, trainer. Or like, is there anything weird that a teammate's ever asked you to do that you feel like sharing? Like, clearly a teammate's never asked you to pee on his blister.
No, I mean, we did in high school. We did pay my buddy $20 to eat gum out the urinal, and you know, as men, you aim for the gum because it's in the. It's in there.
My god, that is so fucking gross.
Yeah. Then I heard living his life. He found God, so congratulations. But other than that, no. Like I heard, like on the hockey team at Notre Dame.
First of all, Brandon, that has absolutely nothing to do with fixing an ailment to get you back on the field. Just to be clear,
It doesn't?
Did you say that boy's full name?
Yeah.
No, we're editing that out. Okay.
Did I say his last name? Did I say his last name?
I don't know. We're gonna.
I didn't say his last name. I didn't say his last name.
Full name.
I didn't say his last name because I'm thinking of a different one. I didn't say his last name. This is white boy.
All right.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, he's white. That's fine.
Peed on gum guy.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what's the other thing?
This is like the hockey players in Notre Dame said some of them like put full cans of dip in their socks and then put their bare feet in them and put it in their skates to help them focus during the game. That was like a tradition.
That's
like a little.
Have you ever dipped before?
Yes, ma'am. I remember the day.
Did you throw up?
It's baseball. Actually, I'm wearing a PRP baseball shirt right now. I was at a PRP baseball game.
What white person convinced you to put dip in your mouth?
It was.
Was it pee on gum guy?
It was Cody. No, it was different. It was a different white guy. It was Cody. Cody. Yeah. And I was. Woo.
You were so sick.
Woo. No, I wasn't. While I was like while I was headed to outer space, I was wondering like, how do they do this all the time? And I just started floating around. And I don't remember.
You never got sick?
I mean, yeah, I threw up.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I mean by getting sick.
Yeah, I call that getting healthy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Dip is disgusting.
Woo! I might get some tonight.
No,
Michelle
I'm out
doesn't
on
like
dip.
that.
No. All right, number 2 loser is the Velociraptors. So the Raptors.
Yeah.
Who we have done just way too much Raptor talk today. By the way, so much, way too much Raptor talk. But I'm gonna end it here with the Raptors. Somebody wants to redo their logo because apparently the actual Velociraptors had feathers. So the science nerds, hey guys, why don't you fix the environment or something? Worried about the stupid Raptors, who we don't even consider a basketball team in the postseason, fixing their stupid logo.
Guess what? Back in the day, the Pistons, those horses really didn't have flames coming out of their manes either.
Did they now?
No,
the basketball is actually not on fire when the Heat shoot it.
Like the Memphis Grizzly doesn't actually play basketball when he's clawing at the ball.
Claws. It's very annoying. And by the way, a Velociraptor, according to Jurassic Park, which is the only dinosaur authority I acknowledge, is the crazy thing with the that tried to get Newman. Shout out Newman.
Shout out Newman. I grew up. Hello, Newman. If I had a nickel every time.
Velociraptors are the scariest.
Yes.
That's why we call them the baby dinosaurs, because they are not scary in the playoffs at all, only during the regular season.
Right.
And I do not support the changing of this logo whatsoever. I guess people are saying it looks like a T-Rex. It kind of does.
It does look like a T-Rex, but I don't care about that. Raptors do look like baby T-Rexes.
Kind of, but then they have the thing. They have the thing. Then they have that fan thing.
But it gets laid down.
But listen, it does get laid down.
And it's like good hair, and then when it gets fizzed up.
Yes.
Right?
Exactly. It's like when it rains. It comes up.
Chasing realistic logos and mascots is insane. We don't
have time for that.
The Toronto Bobs, and it's just Bob and he's like, oh, this Bob.
Could we do the Toronto Karens? Because that's Karens are on fire this week.
These Photoshop's gonna be good. Toronto Karens.
Speaking of Karens, please tell me that you saw Barbecue Karen.
Barbecue Karen?
Yes. You did see Barbecue Karen.
I saw Barbecue Karen?
Yeah, Karen with the sunglasses. The coals are gonna hurt the children.
When she started crying.
That was at Lake Merritt in Oakland, which is where I walk with my mother.
We watched it last night.
Every time I go home.
We watched Decent Mary last night. We saw it.
It was hard to watch.
I'm sure it was hard for you to watch.
She had the sunglasses on.
Yeah, she did have the sunglasses. And I love that another white lady is the woman that exposed her. We need more of that. And
a lot more.
A lot more. And her
Get your
crying,
people.
like, I don't like seeing people cry. I found an insane amount of happiness in her tears.
I felt weird. I feel weird getting excited about like how she was like wishing a seat was around as she was crying.
It was belly laughable. It was so
Gosh,
good. If you don't know what we're talking about, I'm just really sorry. But
matter of fact, film more people crying. We need more video of people crying.
If that's what they're doing, then yes. If they're harassing people for cooking barbecue in the park,
charcoal violation.
Yeah, charcoal heavy, and everybody knows somebody like that. So go tell them to get a hobby.
Right. A different one.
Other than harassing black people. Yeah, for sure.
Oakland responded well though. For the
oh my
record.
God,
they had a
Oakland
party,
responded
Big barbecue.
in the most perfect way ever, which was an actual full barbecue,
and
complete
everyone
with the
gets
electric slide.
a to-go bag of charcoal.
White tears and an electric slide, baby. Come on.
Oh man, that's good.
Man. All right,
biz.
number one loser
Give
this
yourself a break
week.
now.
Yeah,
That was good.
You did good. Number one loser this week. And I say this with the acknowledgement that I don't have any children. Okay.
Let it know,
so
Joy.
if you want to get angry with me, I'm fully open to that.
Right. Leave us a comment.
But yes, leave your comments. Plenty of them. This is how I feel, and nothing's going to change this. Even if I am one day with child,
Yes.
I will never put anyone through this because it is obnoxious. And it's bringing me happiness that so many people are failing at it now because it's high time, like high noon.
This is going to piss a lot of
that
people
these
off,
fails
Joy.
start. I don't care. These gender reveals are out of control. Okay? Out of control. First of all, I've told all my friends, if you plan on having a child and you invite me to your stupid gender reveal party, I am not only not going to come, I'm never going to get you a present because you don't deserve it. All right? You know how valuable my time is.
Why? What's your beef?
Just send me a text. It's a boy. If you feel like calling me, then that's fine too. I'll be happy for you. I don't need to take an afternoon out of my day to go over to your house for you to open some box to see some pink or blue powder come out of the box. Yay! It's a boy. Now what? Like, okay, do you have mimosas on deck? Because why else am I here?
It's the age of digital content, and that's why these things are important.
You're 100%. You are 100% correct. It is
Yes.
all for the likes,
Yes.
which is why we refuse to go to these parties. I will never participate in them because it is ridiculous. It is ridiculous.
Ooh. Okay, I got an idea. So when the Lord Jesus Christ blessed me and Big Meech with a child, I'm gonna text you
Are you guys
what the
having a
gender
baby?
is.
Yay!
No, stop.
Yay, congrats!
No.
Oh, yay!
No. I tried. She wouldn't pull the goalie. We can edit that out later.
God.
No, you actually have to cut that whole thing. Michelle's mom listens to this. I'm gonna text you
Does
the gender.
Michelle's mom under the impression that you guys do not bump uglies?
Oh boy.
This we can't. I come from a conservative home, Joy.
Okay, sorry. They've been together 9
Anyways.
years. They're waiting for marriage. Go on.
I don't test the cars out before I buy them, Joy. Okay.
That's smart by you.
I love window shop. I'm window shopper.
Out on 50 Cent. Very out on 50 Cent right now.
I know.
Very out on 50 Cent.
I had my arms up. What was I saying?
I don't know. I don't know.
I said I was going to text you and then just post that screenshot. I'm just going to screenshot me texting you.
Okay, so let's
saying
cut,
it's a
since
boy,
we're cutting
and then
all
I'll
this
post that out.
When you guys are blessed with a child,
Right.
what are you going to do?
I'm going to text you and then take a screenshot of it and post it. Because that's the same thing.
That's the exact same thing.
That's a gender reveal
Yes.
post.
So the point is, everybody is failing at these now. You're seeing all of these random videos on the internets of people with like the baseball tosses,
Yes.
and the guy like whiffs and it hits the ground and the smoke
Yes.
comes out. And I especially love the whiffs on the baseball hit when it's a boy because it's like, yeah. There you
Get
go.
used to that.
Yeah, you're gonna be watching a lot of those, buddy. Not very smooth.
There's one of my favorite ones, and this is Michelle's favorite as well. It's this lady sitting there, and there's a big box above her, and she pulls the thread to let the confetti just wash over
Like
her.
Flashdance?
Yes, like that, like Flashdance. But the box comes down with the cord, and she just do it.
Amazing.
Boom,
right in the face. It's what you deserve.
with the box.
It's what you deserve for putting all of your family and friends through this terrible day of revealing when you could just text them and save them
all
time.
these gender reveal parties show me is like It just shows me layouts of people's houses.
Okay, that and it shows you that people are selfish.
People been selfish though.
Yeah, but now it's like official. Like, this person is a selfish person. Yeah. I love the one where the woman's walking with the big balloon, and she has her 2 sons, and her son walks up and pokes it, and it's a girl. It's pink powder, and she is just so pissed because I'm sure she's on her way to her obnoxious gender reveal party, and now she just has to like scoop up the balloon pieces and go over there where everyone's waiting for her. And when she could have just popped it herself and saved everyone the trouble.
Don't come for gender reveals when we need to be coming for Zuckerberg. That's all I'm saying.
Why? Well, what's wrong with Zuckerberg?
This is social media. This is all a result of the Instagrams and all that other stuff.
It's true.
It is.
But I'm very out on gender reveals. Please don't invite me.
Okay.
All right, time for the Migos Culture Report.
Yes, ma'am.
What's going on with the culture?
Well, Drake, Aubrey Graham, it's been hot, stays hot. He put on Migos, if you remember, back in the day with Versace.
Correct.
Back when Offset was in jail. He recruited the Migos for an Aubrey and the Three Amigos tour. Aubrey and the Three Amigos tour. What?
It's Drake and the Migos, and they're 3 friends.
What?
And that Aubrey is Drake's name.
What? Anyways, so it's going to be a 41 date trek.
That's a lot
celebrating
of shows.
The upcoming album from Drake coming in June called Scorpion. Very, very excited about that. So October's very own Drizzy is going to be in LA throughout October. 4 shows, 2 in the Staples Center, 2 in the Forum. I'm trying to go, Joy. I need you to whatever little hookups you can make. I need the plug. I need the plug.
You need the plug. I need the plug. I'm not going to this show, but if I do get a plug, I will pass along the plug to you.
Yes,
because I'm not going.
What do you think about this? I don't like Drake.
I don't go to shows. I'm going to go to Beyonce.
I don't go to shows.
I'm going to go to Beyonce. That I will go to.
I don't like concerts. There's people there.
Yeah,
there's a lot of people there.
A lot of people there. That's why I don't go. It's because of the humans. Yeah, it makes it very difficult. If it was like me and the people, the humans I select to go to and then they do a show for me and my humans, then I would go.
Right, like a Sweet 16.
But I don't get to pick the other humans that are at the show, so it's very difficult for me.
Right, because I
have to share space with them,
and they have agendas.
And they talk and they make noises.
They want to stand in the same place that I'm usually standing. They have
smells, right?
They have smells.
Right.
They have body odor smells.
And then they might bump into you.
You remember when you forget for like a couple months
cars
that
take
the
up
body
spaces
odor
that like keep you from I want to park in that space. Your car's
right.
there.
Yeah.
Right. It's very problematic, the humans. But I will be going to Beyonce. I'm going to make an exception to have to be around other humans in order to go to Beyonce.
I don't go to concerts. I may go this one. I heard Drizzy does a good concert. I'm very excited for Scorpion. Azealia Banks made Cardi B delete her Instagram. There's things going on.
We're gonna do is
I'm not gonna do it. I'm not. I just wanted to, as I closed, I wanted to let you know
wanted
that.
To slip that in,
just in case
you wanted to see me go on a rant.
No, just in case you had anything to say. But you know, Cardi B, say. But
here's my thoughts. Cardi B is pregnant.
If you want to bring it up.
So even though I don't believe in gender reveal parties, I do think you should leave pregnant people alone. Because that's bad karma.
Right.
Not that Azealia Banks doesn't have plenty of bad karma, because all she does is start beefs with other people. Does she make music? No. What she does do is
she makes mouth sounds
or Twitter, Instagram comments about other people who are actually doing things, and then like latches on to their success with negativity, so then people talk about her.
It's working.
It is working, but I just wish that people who are doing things with the level of success would stop acknowledging it, because it doesn't make any sense to me. What does Cardi B gain out of getting into a beef with Azealia Banks? Nothing. And then she obviously felt pressured to delete all of her social media, which I don't appreciate, because I like Cardi B's Instagram. I
had no idea. I'm disappointed because I thought that could never happen, and to know that Azealia Banks was the one that took down Cardi B, so to speak, is very, very disappointing.
It speaks to the level of negativity that Azealia Banks has in her arsenal.
Yes.
That could happen.
Yeah.
It's very disappointing. That's all. I'll leave it at that. I have many more thoughts.
T Grizzly got a new album out. Detroit's staying strong. So, anyways, rap game's good. Oh, Little Baby and Drake has a song out that's decently well. I like Drake's Block Boy. He put Block Boy on. That album's pretty good. So, anyways, that's just me go Culture Report.
All right. I like it. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed the podcast today. Brandon never ceases to amaze me with your level of weirdness.
Thank you.
And we have a new sign, thanks to our producer
Look
Ariana.
at this sign.
It's very fancy. It's 3D.
Yes, it's. You guys can't tell, but these words are off the thing.
Yeah.
This is.
It's legit.
Yes.
We like it. Anyway, thanks for joining us this week. Make sure that you follow us on all our social media pages at Maybe I'm Crazy Pod.
Yes.
Subscribe, leave comments, tell Newman what he can do with his gear.
Yes.
And whatever else. And we love you. Talk to you next week.
Maybe I'm crazy, maybe I'm crazy, maybe I'm not.